problem in my Honda Odyssey one time, and it turned out to be the resistor bank, but other folks say, no, it's the fan. Crank the AC up. Notice that? Smack it a few times and it comes on. It's an orange element. It's had the fender replaced. The next thing I'm interested in is this fan. It's gonna be tricky. Let's see if I can get it. Great place to get these kind of parts is in the junkyard. Working totally blind. Everybody should develop this skill. Ta-da! There's one other part that I want to see if I can come away with. That is this little joker. See if we can get that out. That is our resistor bank. I really need a really long screwdriver to be able to reach all the way back in there. I don't have one. But what I do have, there's two of these. Take the shaft out of one, stick it on the other, put your bit in the end. Now you've got a really long screwdriver. So let's see if I can use these parts to fix the element of confusion. I have a 300-mile trip to make tomorrow, and it's about 20 degrees out right now. And I'd like to have a heater. If you pop your little stops out of your glove box, you can open your glove box all the way. And there's your fan. By the way, this is where your cabin filters go. Pretty easy to change on this car, not on a lot of others. And that is your resistor bank. Tapping on the resistor bank didn't do anything. Nothing. Everything's on up here. And then usually just smacking the crap out of this plastic right here makes it come on. That's how we know we've got an issue in here somewhere. These are the parts that I scored out of the junkyard the other day. The fan and the resistor bank. And because I already have the resistor bank, and because the last time I encountered this problem, that was the issue, I'm going to install this first. So to replace the resistor bank, resistor bank, I don't know. Screwdriver. This thing. I don't buy a lot of specialty tools, but I do have this thing because there's so much plastic junk in this Honda. Boing. All right. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder what those are to. A couple of nuts down inside my dashboard. As you probably heard them, this cover is held on with these little plastic tabs that go up in some holes, and these little metal clips that ride on these tabs are what keep the whole thing from falling apart. When I pop this apart, mine go flying. So let's put them back on before I lose them. All right, now that's ready to go back in when we're ready to put it back in, which is not. Still want to know what these nuts went to. Anybody got any idea? It's a little flange nut with a washer built in. What's that to? This here is the resistor bank. We've got one Phillips head, two Phillips head, one plug. Hard to get that screwdriver in there, see? The angle's freaky. So what do we do? What do we do? See there? Just use the bit. That gives us the short screwdriver we need to go in here. If you've got strong enough hands, which I do, you can just torque on that and it'll come out. There's one. Let's not lose that. Let's go after the second one. Same trick. I'm always trying to show you guys how to do these things without having to buy 10,000 tools. Screw number 2. Now once we've got 2 screws out, this thing just Slides right out. There it is. I'm going to pop that out with a screwdriver. Slide the screwdriver in there. Pops right out. So, here is our probably original factory part. Denso. We're going to replace it with our junkyard part. Let's see who made that. Denso. Remember this when people keep telling you you have to buy factory parts. I'm going to start, same with the other one, by plugging this in first so I don't have to wrestle with it when it's up in the dash. Alright, now we got to get it back up in the hole. Trying to do this without getting in y'all's way too much so you can see. There. Now all that's left is to put the screws back in. You're just using your little screwdriver bit out of your 4-in-1, 10-in-1, 2000-in-1, whatever screwdriver. If you can't get enough leverage on this, you don't have big bare hands to loosen this, there's other tricks you can do. You can get a socket and put on that. You can get a wrench. I've been known to use this big monster here. I've got a little tiny one too. You can put that on there, get you a little leverage to turn it. Just be creative. Don't let lack of expensive tools keep you from working on your stuff. And that's about it. I don't go super crazy tight. I do want it tight enough to not wobble around. There we have it. Resistor bank is changed out. If this doesn't solve the problem, if my air conditioner and my heater continues to quit blowing, then we'll come over here and we'll go after this fan. How's that go? I think it just goes in here and then snaps back into those tabs. That's it. Pretty simple. Start the car up and see if the heat blows. Hey, the fan's blowing. That's good news. The fan is a little loud, especially if you turn it down low. You can hear this. Hear that? Hopefully the resistor bank fixed that problem with the fan not coming on at all. At some point I am going to pull that fan and see why it's making that noise. I may replace it with that one in the back, just so I know what's going on. I'm thinking there's probably leaves inside that fan, which would not surprise me. I have found leaves in every nook and cranny of this vehicle. It was not treated well in its former life. Like and subscribe. See you next time on Scavenger Type.